So I went to go see Need for Speed. It's adapted from EA's video game franchise of the same name, and it's directed by Scott Waugh, who previously has only really done active valor and a lot of stunt work. It stars Aaron Paul, Imogen Poots, Dominic Cooper, and a couple other folks, including Michael Keaton, chewing as much scenery as Michael Keaton can possibly chew. And you gotta hand it to them. They've finally managed to find a video game franchise that, as long as they include really expensive cars in illegal street racing, people can't claim that it's not a faithful adaptation of the games. So there's that, at least, right? Now, this film has its issues. I'll get to those in a second, but first things first, credit where credit is due. Scott Waugh decided to use practical effects instead of CGI for all the stunt work in this movie, and it really paid off. All the cars flipping over and jumping up things, blowing into flames, and the crazy, jumping over multiple lanes of traffic. It all looks so much better than it would have if it was just CGI. I don't care what anyone says. You can really tell the difference between a practical effect and a CGI effect. Especially when they're shot as cleanly as they are in this film. You can really appreciate the stunt work for what it is, which makes sense given Scott Waugh's stunt background. So kudos there. Also, the racing scenes in this movie, they're really quite nice. I've seen better in recent years, to be true, but I've also seen much worse. This film, they show the cars in loving detail. They really try and give you a sense of where all the cars are in relation to each other, what's going on during the race. There's a little bit of shaky cam involved, but it's more of a vibration of the camera than it is anything else, kind of to give you that sense of being in the driver's seat and feeling the car vibrate around you at the really high speeds. And there's not too much of it. It doesn't impede your viewing of the chase, of the races. So it works, it looks nice, and if all you want is to go and see a movie that has fun chases, fun race scenes, you could do worse. Unfortunately, if you also want to see a movie with an interesting and well-written story, you're barking up the wrong tree. There's nothing here that's terrible, mind you, it's just really not good. Things happen just for plot convenience sake all over the place. The romance between the main character and the love interest, it's really not completely believable. The villain is just the most cardboard cutout villain I've seen in a long time. He is one step away from mustache-twirling evil. He has no motivation for anything, and he does some of the most mindless, brain-dead, stupid things, even for a villain in a movie. It's just really not good. Not all that good. I've seen worse, mind you, but not a well put together story. Now, I'm not going to knock the acting, because it's really not all that bad. It's nothing spectacular, mind you, but everyone just did the best with what they had, which at times wasn't all that much. Michael Keaton does overact by quite a bit, but his character is really just expositional MacGuffin narrator, so you gotta have some fun somewhere, I guess. But, in general, it's just average acting with a mediocre script. What you gonna do, right? In the end, this film is not very good and entirely too long, but there's a couple ways you might enjoy it. One, if all you want to do is see an action movie and you can turn your brain off and ignore giant gaping plot holes, plot conveniences, some stupid dialogue, you might like it. Another way is if all you want is to see cool things with cars, you want to see cars jumping things and flipping over, and good race scenes and chase scenes and car stunts, and you'll enjoy that too, as long as you can ignore some gaping plot holes and stupid dialogue. Everyone else, though, probably not going to enjoy this movie all that much. It doesn't make a lot of sense at times. There's just cardboard cutout villains, some stupid dialogue, overacting at times. You're probably better off saving your money and spending it elsewhere. Unless, of course, you see this movie on TV, in which case it might be a fun couple hours. But until next time, folks, enjoy film.